Now, first of all, today I'm going to discuss about the class 12 computer science related to the chapter 1 database management systems, and then related to the centralized and distributed database. Centralized and distributed database is most important, and today I'm going to discuss about the centralized and the distributed database. Details describe about at first of all centralized database. What is the then to define the centralized database systems. Centralized database system is those that run on the single computer, that's a single that the single computer systems. Then this is at first of all point number one, centralized database systems. Centralized database system. Centralized database systems. Centralized database system means centralized database systems are those that run a single computer system, or computer systems maybe single user or multi-user, or database system designed for the single user, designed for the single user system, so that it does not provide many of the facilities that a multi-user database system provides. In these systems means database systems, users have the access to the computer resources via hundreds of the remote communication skill, technically training specialists are required for the processing mode offers control of the data process expenses and also better security and control and protection of the data, so that first of all, centralized database system is centralized database systems are those that run a single computer system. Single computer system, or computer may be a single user or a multi-user, or computer systems maybe a single user or multi-user, so that our database systems are systems designed for the single users, only single user single user systems does not provide many facilities, many of the facilities does not provide many of the facilities. The database systems system designed for a single user single user systems single user system does not provide many of the facilities that are multi-user database system provided database system provides and we can clear that from this figure. This is a figure I can draw in my copy. I'm going to draw the figure on my copy. Figure centralized database system. Database and at first of all, this is clan 1, clan 2, this is server, clan 2 database and client 4, and this is client 3 uh, client 3. This figure we can clear that this figure. It is most important, and this centralized database system are those can the single computer system, or computer system may be single user or multi user, or database systems design for the single system does not provide many of the facilities that the multi user that systems provides. Then advantages of now I'm going to describe about the advantages of the centralized database system, and the many types. There are many types of the advantages of the centralized database system. So that advantages of the centralized database system. Centralized database system. At first of all, point number 1, it is simple to implement and manage. It is simple to implement and manage. And point number 2, it has a less or no risk of the data loss. It has less or no risk of the data loss. And point number 3, it has a low cost of the implementation and operation. It has low cost of the implementation. Low cost of the implementation and operation. And then point number 4, it is suitable for the small organizations with limited data and users. It is suitable for small organization with limited data and users. And point number 5, the high security can be provided. High security can be provided. And then this is the advantages of the centralized database system. And then the advantages of the centralized database systems. And there are many types of the advantages, disadvantages of the centralized database systems. And first of all, disadvantages of the centralized database system. At first of all, point number 1, failure of the server will completely down the whole computer systems. Will completely down the whole computer system. And the point number 2, it is not reliable as a distributed system. It's not reliable as a distributed system. And then the point number 3 on point number 3, the performance and the service will degrade when the number of the users increases. When the number of the users increases, increases. And the point number 3, point number 4, it is not appropriate, it is not appropriate for the big organization big organizations which a large number of which have a large number of users and the computer then I'm going to discuss about the distributed database system. Distributed database system is most important. And then the point another point the distributed database system. In the distributed database system, database is stored on the several computer. Like a distributed database system means that data is stored on the several computer. That is called the distributed database systems. In addition, in the distributed database systems, in a distributed database system, the database is stored on several computers. The distributed database are the databases located at the different places, and they facilitate easy access to the data from any location. It has the problem of the control of the security and increase the problems of the control of the database and needs more computer resources. And in the distributed database systems and needs more computer resources, and it can manage people with a functional knowledge, and this mode of the processing incurs more expense with limited security control and protection of the data. Computer distributed database are databases located at the different places. They facilitate easy access to data from any location. And then I'm going to discuss about the advantages of the distributed database systems. And there are many types of the advantages of the distributed database systems. So that some of the database of the distributed database systems are given below. Advantages of the distributed database systems at point number 1. Failure of the site does not affect the whole computer system. Failure of the site does not affect the whole computer system. And point number 2, it is most reliable. As compared to the centralized database system. It is most reliable. As compared to the centralized database systems. And then point number 3, the performance and the service are better than a centralized database system or centralized database system. centralized database system. And the point number four, it is suitable for the big organization. It is suitable for a big organization. It is suitable for a big organization with a large amount of the data, database database users and computers. And at last, point number 5, due to the use of the multiple servers, it can support a large number of the users and the computers at the same time. Due to the use of the multiple servers, due to the use of the multiple server, it can support a large number of the users and the computer at the same time, support a large number of the users and the computers at the same time, so that these are the some of the advantages of the distributed database. And then the some of the disadvantages of the distributed database systems are given below. And then the next, some of the disadvantages of the distributed database system. Disadvantages of the distributed database system. At first of all, point number 1, it is most complex. It is more complex. It is complex to implement and manage. It is complex to implement and manage. And then the point number 2, it has a high risk. High risk of the data theft and hacking, etc. And then the point number 3, it has a high cost of the implementation and operation. These are some of the disadvantages of the distributed database systems. So that it is most important. Centralized versus distributed database system. It's most important for the phantom exam or any exam. So that next today I'm going to describe about. Next today I'm going to describe about. Next, I'll describe about the next. I will describe about the programming. Next I will describe about the software process model, and the next. I'll describe about I'll start describe process model. Software process model. Software process model is most important chapter of the computer science. So that next I'll start software process model. That means SPM.